Subjects are required in Texas. I do 7 subjects. Mathematics, and mathematics has a core of 4 subjects. Operations, algebra, data and measurement, geometry. That's it, up to 12th grade. All right, simple. Then there's ELA. ELA is writing, reading, research and inquiry, and speech and listening. 8 subjects. That's it. So anybody homeschooling, those are 8 subjects that I gave you. Social studies. Economics, when we start from the beginning in America, and universally it says history, but in America it is world history and then US history, that's the history component. Then you have geography, civics and government, and economics. And economics is about the sharing of wealth. It's not about personal finance and stuff like that. It's understanding how money has developed and how finances of itself has developed. Then for my institute, you have Black political thought. So that's our 6 subjects in social studies. Then going through a lot of time, most people I meet in homeschooling, everything they have is centered around social studies. Literally, it's just like Black history, then we're gonna do some drumming, then we're gonna do some drumming, and then more drumming, and then like Black history, we're going, Black history 102, Black history 104. And it's like, and I was like, look, we got a lot of other subjects. And if you know me, I'm heavy into science. And so my next thing, of course, would be science, and science is very simple. Depending on where you at, but I'm gonna give you the cultivated version that I tell you that you have to have for your child in 2019. They have to know science skills. What is a protractor? What is a scientific calculator? What is a scientific method? These things like that. What is a ruler? Measurement, and keep this with you, you'll never hear nobody tell you this. To measure is to be African. There's no language without the first thing you need, qualitative and quantitative information. And Africans were the first people to take qualitative and quantitative ideas and convey them to other people. And everything we have in society is compounded upon that. So when we teach in my institute, language and mathematics meet right there. You see what I mean? And then once you realize that most of us been speaking mathematically, that's when they're like, I hate math. Bro, you can never do cooking. You know what I mean? Like, you need half a cup of this, you need a quarter cup of that. You're not gonna get into drugs. I don't know any major drug dealer who don't got a calculator, scale, no, you're gonna do mathematics. You know what I mean? Chemistry, you're Breaking Bad. So you need to know these things. And so, then from there, astronomy, first subject. And in my institute, everything is about our understanding of the universe and our place in it. And believe it or not, that's the whole way it's supposed to be shaped. To cultivate a person who understands how their place is in the universe and how to function in society. So you have astronomy, I'm gonna go a little faster. You have astronomy. And from there, you have earth science, right? Earth science, number 2. Then you have living environment. That's the study of life on Earth and the different structures of life on Earth. Then you have, I go into physics, how the objects move around within our universe and on Earth. Then from there I go into chemistry, right? And anatomy and physiology. I personally feel that anatomy and physiology is not included in the right subjects. And a lot of times people put anatomy and physiology in health, and it doesn't belong there. That's actually a science, and it should be taught from the very early ages where they can recognize the different valves in the heart, the different types of joints you have in your body versus the knees, the different type of fifth party parts, so on and so forth. Those are the 6 subjects in science. Then from there, you have health. Health is not just nutrition. I know a lot of us are vegans and stuff. Health starts off with mental health. Right. Then it goes into health and hygiene. Then it goes into safety, social safety. Then you go into situation analysis. Then you go to nutrition, because you have to be able to analyze a situation to understand your nutrition. You might be in jail. You might be stuck in a place where you might be hungry and stuck in between a bus stop. You might be on a tour. How you gonna eat then? Where to go, you know what I mean? So these situations, you have to have situation analysis, but even before you approach nutrition. And then after nutrition, then you also have finance is a part of health. So if you don't know that personal finance, people are like, you're gonna teach that? Personal finance is a health subject, and it's not a big subject. So those are the core. Then you have physical ed, which is, stretching, running, understanding how to stretch, understanding how to run, understanding the need for, understanding the need for physical movement, things like that. And so That is a curriculum. That's the science curriculum. And then I have STEM. My STEM curriculum is like only us, and it kicks butt. Young king, you know what I'm saying? For you right there. I'm with you, I got $5 for you, don't forget that. So, the STEM curriculum we have, my STEM curriculum starts off with computer science. It's 2019. Most of us don't know what an algorithm is, right? Who knows the definition of an algorithm? That is. So, with that being said, right? So, we all have a device in our pockets and we all spend money off things that are based off of algorithms. We all mostly have cars that work off of algorithms, and we look for businesses who have algorithms embedded inside of them that make their business a lot easier for us to use. Algorithm is a series of steps that's laid out so you can solve a problem. A cooking instruction manual tells you how to solve a problem. How do you make okra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an algorithm. And so I start with that first because in order for us to understand STEM and bring us back to African-centered, STEM's purpose is to solve problems. The oldest weapons and the oldest tool is the wedge. Like I told people, the knife is a wedge. It's not a knife, that's a wedge. And it was used to pry things open. Africans invented that also. We also invented the sundial for irrigating the grounds. We invented laying bricks. So when I look at this thing, I teach my kids, you see brick. I see a pattern that was invented in Africa. You see this right here? Staggered brick lane. So when I walk around, I'm like, oh, that's African. I go to Indonesia, oh, that's African. If I go to Thailand, well, that's African. Like, no, you would not be able to do none of that if we didn't show your monkey asses how to lay bricks. It's that simple. And so when we teaching that, and me tell your son is in there, we have to understand STEM from that aspect because we want to solve our problems, right? When we talk about vaccinations, Africans invented vaccinations. You know, when we invented the first contraceptives. When we said, yo, take that toad from over there in Ethiopia and mix this piss with this python from over here with some of this coconut oil from over here, and that's gonna get rid of your chlamydia. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just joking. But this is how we've been doing it, and the purpose was always centered around solving problems. Now, computer science and understanding that computer science, who thinks computer science is about studying computers? Exactly. It's about creating applications that can autonomously work in place of a person. That projector has a computer in it. Your cell phones are one of the most advanced devices. And then after that, collecting information. The cell phone is the most advanced data collecting device ever created. It knows your temperature right now. It knows the distance you are between the next person and the next device. It knows how far you are from your Wi-Fi. It knows how far you are from a node. It knows how far you are from the local water. It knows how close the local lead is. It knows all of these things. It knows your heartbeat. It knows who you call when you get upset. It knows how your voice changes pitch when you're upset. Nothing collects more data about a person than a phone. Very advanced device. And so when I teach the children, I teach people, this is the point of STEM. So that's computer science. Then from there, we go straight to what? The next thing that we invented, we started, electrical engineering. There's so much, and when I talk about reparations, just in electrical engineering alone, every one of these motherfuckers owes. There would be none of these skyscrapers in Dubai without our elevators. None of these beautiful cars y'all like without, that's our two-stroke engine. You just added 2 more, areas on it. The angular positioning for the camshaft. We all know about people that fight cancer. The machines that use cancer would have been able to work if we didn't prove quantum mechanics. Right. You see, they try to take us out of these things because they understand that with the information you solve problems. Our problem is these crackers. Yeah. Simple as that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's 1 plus 1. Crackers, 2 plus 4. So that's how you look at it. So that is the STEM, and then going from STEM, I'm gonna move up. We do coding, and a lot of time I hear people talk about coding. Coding is about telling a computer device to carry out a job. So stop letting these people sell you STEM like you're teaching your kid coding. What is he doing? Is he making a projector Is he making something that can fly? Is he making something move? Is he making a car be able to move autonomously? No, he's just sitting in front of a computer playing whatever. Because they know you don't know what STEM is, then you can't hold me accountable because you don't even know what it means. Right. I'm selling you bricks, B. You don't know what dope look like. So, with that being said, after that, we have renewable energy. Renewable energy, renewable energy, renewable energy. To be African is to recycle and love your place. And I don't mean that we do that naturally, it's just part of our natural inclination to be a part of in harmonious nature with the environment. Right? People should have left the cave. I'm speaking biologically. They were designed to live in a very cold, small environment. They cannot compete with people who were designed to live between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Anywhere on the planet, we good. Anywhere in that spot, everything in them areas, we good. No matter where you put us at. And so, renewable energy, understanding that, includes solar energy, wind energy. These crackers left us a big, big mess. Most of our air comes from where? Trees? Everybody see the trees, right? Incorrect. Most of our air comes from plankton, which is located in the first 3 to 7 inches of the ocean. And that ocean is being destroyed by these crackers. If you go 100 miles south, there's something floating in the Pacific Ocean called the Pacific Garbage Patch. And it's 3 times the size of Texas. And it's almost 6 to 12 feet thick. Right now, floating. Millions and millions of tons. Nobody's touching it. Then you go about 300 miles that way, if I'm, one of these directions. BP just shitted on everybody, and nobody's talking about it, how they killed they decimated the oil. You can clean it out, but the plankton is gone. That's where our air comes from. Just Google it, 80% of the oxygen we breathe comes from plankton. Yeah, there's 2 types of plankton. You have animal plankton and then plant plankton. So, going forward from that, then from there, after renewable energy, we have it's something called orgasmo. Orgasmo, I hate saying that word because it's so close, you know what it sounds like. So, all right, beautiful. I'm switching credit. But that is dissecting animals, bugs, and things like that. And it's pretty fun. You get the microscopes and you're dissecting stuff like that. Pretty cool. Then from there, you have organic and biological chemistry and stuff like that. Growing and developing cultures. That is the whole part of like vaccinations and stuff. You're gonna do a little this, you put some agar in it, you put some water, let it develop, and then boom, you can grow some bacteria in there, and you can study the type of bacteria that we have. Let's look at, gonorrhea from 10 different black people. You shouldn't do that unless you have a lab. But why the hell not? It's Texas, right? So, I'm just saying, y'all got a lot of space out here. Y'all can blow stuff up. You can't even light a match in New York without getting you gotta get a certificate, you gotta get an occupational certificate, you got a hazard certificate, you gotta get a training class. This is a fucking match. Sorry, McGregor. So, that's it in a nutshell. I might have. But, going forward, if you have anything, my institute is open to children K through 2, you have to be black. Okay. All right. We ask $400 a month, but if you cannot afford it, we charge you what your budget is. We just hold you accountable. So if it's 50, 80, 75, 200, whatever the hell it is, if we're not double dipping, we have a lot of people support us, and your contributions go in. That's actually less than $1.75 an hour. We give you 35 hours of educational time a week for almost $1.75 to $2 an hour. You do the math. That's in a nutshell. I'll be sitting over there for homeschooling. Now let's go to credit repair. Whoa, all right. Switch subjects. Let me check the book right quick. Boom, Texas. We all know the statute of limitation. All right, let's go to debt. Debt is like, types of debt. No, all right. Debt, oral contracts, written contracts, and then governmental instruments. All right, so you get a deed, you get sued, you got evicted, the judge kicked you out and wrote a document. That's a different type of instrument. You bought a house, that's a different type of instrument. Those are government instruments. Depends on who you got arguably. So going forward, you have 3 types of typical instruments that, for your debt. In Texas, there's no difference in those instruments. 4 years statute of limitation on debt in Texas. We all know this? Now you do, great. How long is debt for in Texas? So if you took out a debt and I gave you a credit card, now you owe me $95,000. $90,000. And it's 4 years, 3 days old. How much you owe me?
$0.
Thank you. So, and you're going to refer to your Texas what? Statute of
Limitations.
Beautiful. Now they tell you that doesn't how it works because the government, the federal statute of limitations says it's 7 years. What you going to tell them? It's the Lone Star State, sir. And I reckon you lose our law, which ain't 4 years. Simple. Next thing, I'm gonna get over there. Wow, in Texas, you have to be licensed to do debt collection. Portfolio recovery. Anybody ever heard of portfolio recovery?
Yeah.
Wow, they're nowhere near Texas.
Wow.
Typically, you have to pay $10,000 for a surety bond, and you have to have an application on file to do debt collection in Texas. I can help somebody do a credit. It's so easy. I mean, these two things
Kills it all.
It's all the way. As soon as you look at your credit report. And also never show nobody your credit report. And never give your social out. And if you do, you should either put hands on that person or sue them. It's the same difference. If you can't sue them, put hands on them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do one of those, don't give them your social. It's very simple. You all understand? Cool. That's gonna keep all these credit. Most people be giving these credit Lexington law. You're giving this person that just got hired for Lexington law. Yeah, my social 224. My other thing can help. And they're like, yeah, $49. The person looking at your soul like, your credit's not even messed up. And then they using yours, and they done developed your potion. Now they selling it to her, and then they boom, scam and try it again. Don't give out that stuff. Why don't you even do it? It's a piece of information that you need. What's the first thing I just said? The location. There's a website in Texas. You type in Texas debt licensing, and they'll show you this SOS, something like that. I had it on my presentation. But the SOS site, and they'll tell you if they're licensed in that state. Secretary of State, Texas. Yeah. You go in there, and if they're not licensed, guess what? Do you want them to get off their credit? No. What do you do next? Yes. And you know the beautiful thing about Texas? It's an automatic win. Because they broke the law. So now it's not a matter of what you owe me. It's a matter of you're compensating me for the damages you've already incurred on my life by not respecting the beautiful law of Texas that was here to protect us. I need 5,000. Oh, the Zach Institute, if you could. Yeah, the Zach Institute. On my website, too, if you go in there, I have the XYAYX Institute. INSTITUT.org. Yes, that we own that. Also, yes, so if you see any typos on it, I made the website, I did the shirts look. I be doing my own hands, you know what I'm saying? So, work with me. Going forward, yeah, that's the website. Oh, the little black baby, that's my student right there. Oh, miss her. You know, black babies in the institute, yeah. So, now you don't know, baby video, go back up to the information real quick so you can see that. Go to admissions, and you'll see where it says homeschooling journey. You just click right there, and I have tons of information. Scroll down. All this stuff, so you need information, blah, blah, blah. And you go right there, Texas. Boom, my man. Bam, right there, boom. See, you go right there and got the place where you're there. And there's another site that actually has, I'm going to add it to there, that has all of the questions for you. So if anything you need for homeschooling. Now back to credit repair. There's something called trade lines. Anybody ever been offered a trade line? So, like, I'm going to boost your credit, buy a trade line. Oh. I'm going to need you to get a little bit more, out there with the credit, right? So out the window, now I'm on my third time. I might mess up my credit again. You know what I'm saying? I might do it again. I'm just not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? But, or who might go into businesses? Who knows? Trade lines. Don't let anybody sell you trade lines, all right? Trade lines are a gift of the way the system is set up. And this is where I teach credit. There's 3 types of credit. There's physical credit, consumer credit, business credit. The oldest form is physical and is tied to business. Everybody knows I got mad goats, my daughters is beautiful, and my goats got mad wool. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. So anywhere I go, that's what I'm known for, and I'm a master welder. So there's things that's associated to me everywhere I go. Wool, my daughters, welding. It's just, you know, this is ancient stuff. And so your name carried with you your business. He's a reputable person, he did stuff. So for me, I like to tell us that most black people live in the real world of business. My father judged people based off of real credit. I brought my children every day. I didn't have money on me. I asked them for milk. Spanish dude told me no. My family was no longer allowed to go there. He didn't respect. Look, I'm coming here for milk for my kid. I'm not looking for cigarettes. I'm getting fucking milk. It's 7 in the morning. What you think I'm doing with it? I left my money, right? And so real credit for me as a business person is why I don't even do applications for locations. I go through people in the physical world. Do you know anybody who has a building, like how Mechee found these locations? Real credit. She didn't go through nobody's credit cards. She's called up people, and they know her, and they said, I'm gonna work with you. I rock with your agenda, see what you're doing. I'm gonna give you this based off of your name. That develops business credit. Business credit is associated to your craft and what you're mastered at and what you're associated with being able to do profitably. In our community, they removed the education component that developed our entrepreneurial backing, because we have to have, in order to be an entrepreneur, you have to have a trade. This is where the terminology comes from. Trade lines. So people get it mixed up because we only know the consumer world, and then somebody, look, I'm gonna give you a trade line, so I'm gonna help your business out. You don't know where it comes from. A trade line is a line of communication between two people in similar trades. I sell wrenches, you fix tires. Remember the trucks used to go around with the mechanic trucks? I'll come back next week, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go drop off 500 tires to the other tire shop. You're gonna give me my money. You know, it's just the way it works. Consignment. Consignment is a class, that's the original credit. Now, consumer credit is a product of consignment thought. And these crackers got really smart and said, look, we're gonna find out ways to do it. And then the white women got upset because they felt that only white men and black men had access to credit. So they made a change in the laws, and the law said that anybody can be added onto your credit as long as you're a spouse. So this is an actual authorized user. And why this is so important is because in our community, people are being taught to sell it. But in this space right now, there's guaranteed to have 5 people with at least 3 cars with $5,000 to $7,000 of credit on it. There's guaranteed to be somebody in here right now with a car that has at least $50,000 on it, someone with a mortgage in a good position, someone who just financed a car, financed something good, and all you have to do is turn to that person next to you and say, I'm gonna add you on my credit. No money needed. And within 24 hours to 72 hours, their credit will go up 100 points. They can't do nothing to you. They can't call up and get another card. They can't get nothing in your name. All you're doing is giving them extending the credit. And this is the way it was purposely designed. And when people get mad at people from the Caribbean or immigrants, is because they're aligned in those 3 things. They come here, the only people they can deal with is the people they really know. And they're like, look, my mom sent me here. You know I'm here for good. You know I gotta make this bread. All right, I'm gonna give you a cab. I'm gonna let you make this money. Boom, then I'm gonna put you onto this and I'm gonna show you how to get this business credit. They skip consumer credit and go straight to business credit. Now we're dealing with 10 and 20,000 every time. You can't get nothing without $10,000 in business. So you gotta start off with that. And this is why it looks so different with the immigration side, because they're jumping in quickly with it. Then they're sharing credit. Sweetheart right here got $1 million in available credit. I don't care what my credit, I can have a 400. You're never seeing mine. I'm coming with her. Every time I talk, what you mean? When I see the Arabs, they got the big sheik that come out. You don't ever meet him. He come out, his credit long, long. The Jewish dude, the rabbi, long. I got 6 M's right in that's in that corporate account. I got 20 different corporate accounts with M's in it. I'm co-signing everybody. You can put 5 people on one card, just on consumer credit cards. So with your one Citibank card, you can turn around and help every person behind you raise their credit score by 100 points before Friday. Black power?
Black power.
Black power?
Black power.
Black power!
Black power.
That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm going to change to my other